deal. I'm sorry about my my
What, the backdrop?
yeah.
It's totally rock and roll, Brendan.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's only rock and roll, but I like it, How are you?
I am good. I just ran off stage. We just finished sound check, and it actually sounds really good up there.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's the venue tonight?
Santa Clarita Canyon Club.
Okay, you guys play there quite a bit, yeah?
Yeah, about twice a year.
Oh, twice a year. Okay. Maybe I just saw a bunch of clips from those two shows then. Maybe that's what it was.
Could be.
Awesome.
We play there's a whole bunch of canyon clubs all over the place. So we play all sorts of canyon clubs. So there's Santa Clarita, Montclair, Agora Hills.
Oh wow.
Ojai, the Libby Bowl. The Libby Bowl's like a canyon.
Okay. Cool. First of all, thank you very much for putting some time aside, man. Totally appreciate this.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. I've had a blast. Actually, Steve was a hoot. Totally loved him. And hanging out with Johnny for a little while was totally cool. And then I get the addition of you, which is just like totally rounded it out. Totally stoked. I hate to disappoint you, but I have a feeling, though, that we're not going to be able to contain everything that we could easily talk about in the matter of the short period of time that I've got you today.
Sure.
So with that being said, my door's always open for a round two for you. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. But you're a little bit on the busy side, though.
Right now I am. But then I'm doing a film score right now, so I got to knock that out. And then once I knock that out, my schedule will be normal again.
Okay. Right in time for the holidays, probably, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, my foot's in the door right now then, so.
At the groove zone.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm when you are.
All right. Hey, this is Johnny Vatos, and I'm hanging out on the groove zone, and so should you.
Ow! Rock and roll.
Thank you, sir.
That just totally rocks.
Awesome, man. Thank you. Cool. So, guys, we're hanging today with Brendan McCREARY on this October 31st edition of KONVOS. And Brendan actually has been in music, well, pretty much your whole life, yeah? Yeah. More recently, or at least one of the main things that brought him to us today, though, he's actually the lead singer of Oingo Boingo Former Members, and totally stoked to have some time with you today. So,
thank you, sir.
How's things?
Well, they're good. We're in the middle of our, well, no, not in the middle. This is our last weekend of our Oktoberfest. We usually hit all the SoCal and some NorCal circuit in May and October, and this is our last weekend. Okay,
cool. It's got to be a blast working with the guys, I would imagine.
Well, it's I've been doing this with them for almost 20 years.
Have you been with them that long?
Almost. There was a break in the middle, not in the middle, like after the first few years. I think we started in 2002 or 2003. We did that for a few years, and there was a break in the middle when Vatos put together like a new outfit, and then it grew into this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what were you, like 5 when you started?
No, I think I was in my early 20s. Yeah, my early 20s.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I think it's been like 18 or 19 years of this.
That's a stretch. Yeah, totally. What Johnny told me, and I thought this was pretty cool, something about was it a graduation or something along those lines that you guys performed? You were going to perform a song to the school, but
my graduation, my high school graduation. So my band in high school, we had been sort of conscripted into playing a song for graduation, and we thought it would be badass if we played Another Brick in the Wall Part 2.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like, we don't need no education, right? And like, we thought this was badass, but this is a fucking terrible song to play. And the bassist, the morning of graduation, was like, guys, I can't play that song. Like, my parents worked hard to get me here. And it suddenly dawned when he said it, just dawned on everyone in the band, like, we can't, what are we doing, you know? And so we were like, well, what do we play? And we pretty much, I forget whose idea it was like, well, let's play We Close Our Eyes. Like, we all know it by heart. We didn't, you know, I think we rehearsed it once and we played it, and the whole auditorium was like, and it was amazing.
First of all, what a song choice. I mean,
yeah.
Of all the songs in the world that you could have chosen, you chose that awesome one. But yeah, and then the reception that you received. Totally cool. Johnny shared that with us. So it's kind of
great.
Now, school. Am I right that you're a fellow Washingtonian?
I am not born, but raised in Bellingham, Washington.
Wow.
I got super stoked when I saw your area code.
Oh, okay.
360, baby.
Kind of brought back some memories, did it?
Yeah.
So now is family still up here then? Or
say what?
Is your family still up in Washington?
I have family in LA, in Bellingham, and SoCal and Bellingham. Yeah.
Cool. One thing that was funny is when you mentioned something about you hoped that not coming from Olympia wasn't going to be a deal breaker. Even if I can call you a fellow Washingtonian, hey, you know what? There's bloodline and then there's adopted in. So, you know, welcome to the state.
What's the famous theater in downtown Olympia?
The Capitol Theater.
Okay, so long before I ever met any of the Boingo Boys, me and my band from high school did a Halloween Boingo cover show at that theater, like in 2000, God knows what, 2001.
No way. Now, unless there was more than 1 year that there was ever an Oingo Boingo cover band, I totally remember the year you guys played.
You got to be kidding me.
No. Wow.
It was just the 1 year.
Because Oingo Boingo was, I mean, yeah, they're a popular band, but they're not necessarily the band, at least not up here, isn't something that you're going to see like somebody do a tribute to.
No, it was like a one-night thing. And so that was another, in Olympia we did that.
Okay. Legendary theater. Actually, you played the same venue that Soundgarden played for $7 back in the day.
Wow.
Yeah, not all that many years before you guys played. So, well, what do you know? Okay, awesome. So, what's new? What's on your horizon? What's going on with Brendan? Besides, Boingo?
Yeah, I'm wrapping up this tour with Boingo Boingo Former Members. I'm scoring this movie. I'm going to be releasing a couple EPs from my metal project, which is called Crisis Couture. And there's some stuff online. And I'm going to be dribbling out a bunch of my pop singles over the course of next year, and just waiting for the next thing. Something always comes in.
No doubt. Yeah. I'll tell you, you've had your hands in a lot of pods. So I've gotten a chance to like do a little bit of listening today. All My Life.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
And So Adult.
Yeah. You like those?
I do like those actually a lot. In fact, they're already on our Spotify playlist.
Oh, hell yeah.
Shoot, yeah. And you're in there with good company too. There's this group called Oingo Boingo. You might be familiar with their stuff's in there as well. So
amazing.
Yeah, totally great tracks, man. And then that led me to something else that I found, Lonely Light with Olivia Pucci.
Oh yeah, from Defiance.
Yeah. So yeah, cool stuff, Brendan.
Yeah, I do a bunch of stuff. I forgot to mention I cut a record with Mike Stoller this year. You know who Mike Stoller is?
That sounds really familiar.
As in Lieber and Stoller, like they wrote all of Elvis's earliest hits.
No way.
So I produced and recorded and performed. He wanted to cut a record with me. So I'm singing like all this jazz and soul, like neo soul music on all this jazz and soul, like neo soul music on this 10-track album. I produced it with John Beasley, the famous jazz pianist, and so that's also coming out next year.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I got a metal band. I got like a pop outfit. I'm cutting records with Mike. I'm scoring movies. I'm fronting Oingo Boingo Former Members. I got a lot of wacky stuff going on.
Got to be loving life, I would imagine.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's something creatively challenging and unusual is always coming the way down the pipe, and then Yeah, and I just and you know, when I'm not doing that, I'm just hanging out with my daughter. And
Awesome. Okay,
yeah, come on.
right on. Okay, so first of all, keep it in mind, this is going to be October 31st edition. So, I haven't really just come right out and said it's like full on Halloween, not for any reason, but we figured, we'd class it up a little bit and do something a little bit different. So October 31st. Now, with that being said, are there any things from like your childhood or anything that you've ever like maybe seen on the web, been told, whatever, that kind of give you the heebie-jeebies or the creeps, enough to make you like maybe look over your shoulder every once in a while? I don't know. There's a bunch of bulletproof rock stars, man, because not that many people that I've talked to lately are fazed by much.
Well, I don't know about online and stuff, and I don't know how you feel about this. I know people have their opinions, but I have like a junior level sixth sense. So
Really?
I'm not quite as spiritually inclined as Vatos, for example.
Okay.
But I've seen a lot of things in my life. I've seen many ghosts or something, spirits, whatever you want to call it. And I've seen a lot of stuff that my brain can't process. And I constantly get like weird things happen to me all the time.
Okay.
Like even out like walking the dog. When I'm in hotels, a lot of times I'm just like something weird is going on. So yeah, I get the heebie-jeebies all the time. Say what?
I'm sorry. I said that's just from sleeping in a hotel.
Yeah. It's just the bed bugs.
Yeah, no doubt. And I apologize because I interrupted you. What were you saying right there before I cut you off?
I'm saying I get the heebie-jeebies all the time.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I've recently, I mean, I used to live in Hollywood, and that place is haunted AF.
Really?
Yeah, I've seen full body apparitions. I've had all the noises, the cold, the temperature shifts, and like the breezes and the voices, and I've seen things that I don't even want to talk about. They're so horrible. And then I will say that the most haunted place that I've ever been is Hawaii.
Really?
Hands down, the most haunted place I've ever been.
Wow.
Yeah, especially I've only been to the two islands, Oahu and Maui.
Okay.
But and I used to not so I met a few Hawaiians recently, and I was like, hey, I gotta talk to you about something. And the people from Hawaii know what I'm talking about.
Right. Yeah, I'll bet
I had an appointment with a psychiatrist many years ago, and he was from Hawaii, and I was like, look, I don't want you to think I'm crazy. I just got back from Maui, and I saw some shit there. And he's like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Wow.
So I was like, okay, vindicated.
Oh my gosh. So Zipsy, Janine, John, let's see who else. Aaron, you guys will all know exactly what Brendan's talking about. More than likely. Wow. Do you think that it has anything to do with the fact that it's a isolated island?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. So it's more like they're just kind of like held there almost.
I don't know. I mean, the entire, there was a genocide on that tiny little island.
Oh yeah.
And those tiny series of islands, and there's stuff there. There's stuff.
You're right. And actually, it's funny because you're not that far off the path that we used to go down. I don't know if you're familiar with Dub Effects or not. He was on the show with us a couple years ago. YouTube artist, went stellar. Anyway, out of our original interview, we ended up doing almost a 2-year podcast about these kind of things.
Oh yeah,
aerial phenomenon, cryptids, paranormal stuff. Yeah. So kind of right up the same alley there, buddy.
I saw a UFO too.
That was going to be one of my next questions because that's one of my favorite ones to ask. Really?
Yeah. So, and I don't consider them related. I know there's a lot of people that are like plagued by spiritual stuff. They're like, and I've also seen a UFO, and I'm like,
right. And we're
I
having
think
lunch with Bigfoot next week. Right.
Yeah.
No. But a lot of people just kind of like pile it all in together. They're all their own, actually, incident by incident, regardless of whichever part of that whole spectrum you're talking about, is all you have to take it all individual basis. So
yeah, totally.
So if you got a minute, then tell me about your UFO thing.
Yeah, it was super casual. I was parking in South Pasadena. I was going to a Christmas party.
Okay.
I got out of the car, and for no reason in particular, I just looked up in the sky. And I have no idea what distance this thing, I don't have any idea how big it was or small it was. It seemed very close. And it was this glowing orange, I want to say like an oval shape, some kind of shape, glowing orange, a pleasant color. It wasn't like blinding or anything. And I was just started staring at it. And when you see things that you can't explain, like ghosts or whatever, your brain starts doing this math, right? It goes, and it starts working real hard, like helicopter, airplane, drone, and then it just hits error. That's what happens to me, where it's just like, I can't explain this. I'm going through all my records to justify what I'm seeing, and there's no records. And no sooner did right when I was like, I don't know what that is, it, from just a perfectly stopped position. It was also kind of gyrating a little bit. It wasn't just still. From a perfectly stopped position, it just went like across the entire sky and disappeared in like an instant. Wow. From a perfectly stopped position. And I'm not saying that it was because I noticed it or because I was like, but it was like no sooner had I been like, wait, what the fuck? And it just took off at speeds unfathomable to me.
Wow.
It was really cool.
Now, did you call it in?
I didn't have any idea who to call.
Okay. Well, it's definitely not those Ghostbuster kids, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, having had to do it twice now in my lifetime, it's a weird feeling when you actually make a report or you actually leave a message. Because first thing that goes through my mind, I don't want to visit from any guys in black suits, first of all. First of all. And I don't know if it happens with every sighting, but I just know that my life is funky enough. I don't need to add that to it.
Sure.
One of the panelists told me here not that long ago, he goes, you're already underneath their radar. So, I wouldn't worry about it too much. I'm like, great. Yeah, that kind of thing trips me out. And I'm wondering like if anybody might have, if it was in the news or anything like that. How long ago was this?
Oh, well over 10 years ago.
Okay. But that was the only sighting that you've ever had that, like, for sure that, like, you just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it was just like, there's nothing, I cannot explain this. Yeah.
I love the way you described it, though, because it's true. It is. Your brain just kind of goes into this, like, overload mode. And it's because everything that we've learned, seen, taught, or, been taught doesn't line up with what you're actually, like, visualizing right now or experiencing. Right. And so, yeah, it's got to stop somewhere so that it'll go back and, let you know, hey, this is what it is. This is what. Anyway, okay, cool. Well, thank you for that.
Sure.
I didn't even have to really dig too hard when you offered that one out, Brendan. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so. Are you a fan of horror movies at all, or horror at all?
No, I don't like being scared.
And you're fronting Oingo Boingo.
Yeah. So there's a few caveats to that. I love The Exorcist, and in particular I love The Omen and Poltergeist.
Oh my gosh.
Because they're like not only horror films, but they're also like incredible films. Like on their own merit, like they're just movies. They're not horror movies, they're like movies.
We're talking the 70s ones, right? The classics.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then after my daughter was born, I was a stay-at-home dad, and so she's just like sleeping all day, and I just went on this horror movie binge. So for like 4 months, I just streamed every horror movie on every streaming platform.
Oh my god!
I don't know why.
And that,
And
oh
then,
my gosh!
and then after that, I didn't want to watch them anymore.
Had to get it out of your system.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of hard. I don't know. And I know there's some parents that are totally cool with taking their kids to movies called The Corpse Grinders when they're like 3 years old. But beyond that, though, it's really hard to kind of watch and get into a horror movie when your little one's right there.
Well, I mean, she was like literally an infant. She was not cognizant of what was going on.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah. Wow. Oh, that's funny. Well, hey, at least you got caught up on the horror movies, though. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about like so like what was one of your favorite Halloween memories?
Okay, I got one.
Okay.
My brother is the infamous and well-known film composer Bear McCreary, and one day for Halloween we decided to be the Blues Brothers.
Oh wow. Okay.
Jake and Elwood Blues. Simple enough costume, and you get the knuckle, you know, the Sharpie on the knuckles. And so we were going door to door, and our catchphrase was, "We're on a mission from God." So we just like say that. And so we'd be like, "Trick or treat, we're on a mission from God." And so we knocked on this one door and we go, "Trick or treat, we're on a mission from God." And this woman just looks at us. She goes, "Oh, you're Mormons." It was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
You're
Little Mormons in business suits. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's funny. How old? So, how old were you guys?
I was probably in middle school.
Okay. Okay.
Bear 4 years older than me.
Oh my gosh. Did she have any yard work she wanted you to do for her or anything?
Now we have to offer.
Yeah. All right. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. So, okay, cool. So we know what's been going on. We know what you've got coming up. I'm just kind of thinking about this. When was the last time you were up in Washington, visiting family or whatever?
March.
Okay.
Yeah, March. It was
Okay.
really nice. Bellingham is an amazing place. Washington in general, the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, we kind of like it. Those of us that are especially from here. How did you do through COVID, by the way?
Well, initially my life didn't change that much. I live a very insular life. I am in the studio all day long. I don't see a lot of people. And I'm usually kind of a lone wolf type guy
Okay.
when it comes to like my music and stuff. So it didn't affect me too deeply initially.
Okay.
So I was just very used to it. And so that was fine in its own way. But then, you know, the trickle down, you know, I think everybody else got hit with it harder emotionally and mentally and physically. And then I had to move in the middle of COVID too. And so the isolation kind of started getting to me after a while. And then I avoided it. I got COVID twice.
Really? Twice?
Yeah.
Twice over the course of the summer.
Yeah, in like less than 2 months.
How'd you manage that?
Because I'm fucking cool.
That's the requirement. Okay.
Yeah. And I got pretty horrible long COVID symptoms too from each of them. So COVID itself was fine. But then, yeah, the weird symptoms that linger and linger and linger, just like, what? Ugh.
Well, especially because of the fact that it wipes you out so much. You know, it's just like it feels like it either takes forever to like, you know, kind of get back on track or whatever. Yeah, that pandemic thing, man, that was a fun, weird thing, I think, for all of us to like deal with in its, you know, utmost intensity. I don't know. Were you in Cali the majority of the time then, or
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I guess you couldn't really do much traveling anyway during those periods. Our governor, we love him. Yeah, no, it's but you know what? They're getting a whole long other story, and we won't get into that. You've got a concert tonight.
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
You're in Santa
Guys,
Clarita.
what? Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up. Guys, you've been watching. Gosh, shit. Hey guys, you've been watching the Groove Zones Convos, our premiere edition, hanging tonight with Brendan McCreary, who is in California. Brendan's the lead singer of former members of Oingo Boingo. And Brendan, thank you again for hanging with us tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I'd love to come back.
Well, you know what? Like I said, man, doors open, so just plan on it. Gonna get two messages from you. First of all, what's a good like October 31st message to the audience? What do you have to say to them, because it is, Halloween?
Oh man, I don't know.
Get your candy.
Yeah, I mean, I stay safe. Don't do anything stupid.
No doubt. No
Yeah.
overnight sleeping in graveyards.
Yeah, none of that. You know, I don't know. Stay safe. Brush your teeth.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Hey, those are all really good things, and I'm sure that we're going to have a large, well, I don't know. Anyway, they're good. Thank you for that. Now, last thing, and I know this is a lot of stuff because you got all this other crap on your mind. Just a word to the world. What message would you like to pass on to everybody today? I know that's about as heavy and about as deep.
Well, I do yoga.
Okay.
I used to do it like in the studio, and then COVID hit, and I've just been doing it like at home. And one of the yoga people on the internet is always like, all right, we'll set an intention. And most of the time she means like, oh, well, set an intention, I want to get through my day, or yoga. And I kind of was like, no, I need to set like a real intention. And I kind of cycled through some, and I was like, okay, I'm going to focus on forgiveness today, or I'm going to focus on forgiveness. And I kept the same intention for months. And like forgiveness was like, it didn't feel right. And I tried a few other things. Positivity didn't quite feel right. And then I ended up on listen. And that became my intention. I mean, it still is.
Okay.
And it's been over a year.
Wow.
Listen. That's what I would say. And you can take it however you want, but I would say specifically listen to yourself.
Okay.
Most people, I mean, I know I have trouble doing that. And, listening is cool because it's not do it. Do it. Fix yourself. It's not that. It's like the pressure's off. It's just hear it. And you can make decisions about it later. But yeah, so I found that was a good one. So that's my advice to the world. Listen.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Thank you. Speaking of listen to these guys. You can check out a lot of the music that's been from their different shows and stuff online on YouTube. I don't think you guys have got anything released yet as former members of Oingo Boingo in that sense, though, right?
No. No, we don't. But if you look up Oingo Boingo former members on YouTube,
you'll
a
find
ton of stuff comes in.
Right.
And then we recorded last weekend. We recorded the show last week. I hope that's public information.
Actually, by the time this airs, yes. And actually, Johnny told us that too.
Okay. Yeah. So there should be a live recording coming through. And
cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. And is there if somebody wanted to hear more of your stuff, where would you suggest?
BrendanMcCreary.com.
Just like that.
Yep. And I think I'm revamping it right now. But my pop stuff is up there, and there should be a link to Crisis Couture, my metal band, which is
cool.
Is a lot of fun. I call it entry level metal. It's not supposed to be like, it's supposed to kind of invite people into harder music.
Okay. I will definitely
it's
have
not-
to check that out.
Yeah, you should check it. I bet you'll like it. You seem like someone who'd like it.
Maybe just a little bit.
Just a teensy weensy bit.
Buddy, I'm looking at the clock and I'm realizing, like, seriously, we're getting so close to you hitting the stage. Thank you again so much, Brendan. Totally appreciate this.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. And yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to our next conversation. So
Yes, sir.
I will send you links and stuff. This will air on Monday afternoon, and it'll end up later on in the day on YouTube in its full form. So yeah, cool.
Okay.
All right, my friend, go rock tonight. I know you guys are going.
I will.
Oh God, I wish I was there. Would love to see you guys one of these days.
Yeah.
Pipe dream. Oh well. Anyway, hey, the best of everything to you, and we will talk soon.
Thank you, sir.
You betcha. Guys, don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this. You are watching the Groove Zone's Convos. DJ D Phoenix, don't go anywhere.
Hi, I'm Steve Bartek, my orchestrator, guitar player, and you guys should be watching and listening to the Groove Zone out of Olympia, Washington.
Woohoo! Rock and roll. Thank you,
Well,
Steve.
that's as rock and roll as I can possibly.
Hey, you know what?